cons of waiting, and why do people have the misconception that it's going to be better for them?
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing, or the number one reason why we see people waiting are the rates, right? So people go, oh, I'm going to wait for the rates to drop.
Yeah.
You know, I think people have this, they're stuck in the pandemic when we were at 3.7, 4%, and they're like, oh, we'll wait for that to happen.
Right, to bring that back.
Good luck. You're going to be waiting a while.
So do you think that now is a good time to just go ahead and buy instead of waiting around for the rates?
Yeah, I mean, so we have our lender kind of gave us this joke, so we steal it from him, but marry the house and date the rate. So houses are really hard to find, especially if you have a long checklist of what you need: location, school district, bedroom size, as we were talking about.
Closet space.
Closet space, right? So it's like, once you find that, buy it. You can refinance anytime. You know, I think the idea, it's just the psychology behind that number.
Yeah.
You know, and once we can actually talk to people, the hard thing is people are walking around not talking to us, not reaching out saying, I'm going to wait. But once we have that conversation with them, 9 out of 10 people don't wait because they realize, oh my gosh, the rate's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things.
Right. Now, there are some people that they have that in mind, that they're going to wait, and they are renting instead of buying. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we sure can, because I laugh. We have a client, he's one of my favorite clients. He comes to our client appreciation events, and we tease him all the time. He was a first-time home buyer, works for Ed Jones, so very smart, and I'm not mocking him, he is very smart.
Yes.
But the first time I met him, I talked to him about buying, and he was like, I would never pay 7% interest ever to buy a house. And I said, well, where are you living now? And he said, oh, I'm renting. And I was like, oh, what interest rate is your landlord charging you? And he was like, well, what do you mean? I don't pay interest. I was like, bud, you pay 100% interest.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you pay $1,800 a month, and none of that's going towards your equity. None of that's building wealth. All of that's going into your landlord's pocket. And he was like, oh.
Yeah.
And we closed on a house 90 days later.
That's how you do it.
Well, and when you look at rates, it does feel, you know, we look back at that time, and even for young buyers that didn't feel what it was like to have a 4% rate, the idea of waiting is what's holding probably 50% of buyers back. So just to kind of break it down for you, on a $350,000 house, now all things equal, so we're same down payment, same taxes, same interest. On $350,000 at 6.5%, your payment's roughly $2,200 a month. Okay, if that drops to 5.5%, again, all things being equal, on a $350,000 house, you're at $2,000. So $2,200 to $2,000, that's a $200 a month. Well, if you have no closet space, or you bought a small house as a starter home and now you have a family, is $200 worth waiting. And then when we look at during the pandemic, on a $350,000 house, we had people paying $60,000, $70,000 over list price. So I'm not good at math. I'll never pretend to be good at math, but $2,000 a month, or $200 a month, $2,400 a year. If you're overpaying or paying $50,000 over,
it's going to add up.
It's going to take you 25 years to make back the amount you would have made by buying while all the buyers are waiting on the sidelines for the rates to drop.
Wow.
Buy now, and then when the rates drop, refinance.